Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, My Social Thread. My name's Crystal and this vlog is all about all things sewing related. So if that's something that interests you, then please kindly click like and subscribe. To all my new viewers, welcome. To all my old viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. As most of you will know, as some of you will know, I am a fairly new vlogger. I only started vlogging the last week of January this year, and as of last Friday I only had about 100 subscribers. Today I now have about 280 subscribers. Thank you very much. And I believe most of the new subscribers has come about as a result of a lovely shout out that another fellow vlogger did for myself. Her name is Adele, a Sofa Serenity. I'll put her details below. And she basically, I was watching one of her vlogs and I contacted her via Instagram, and she's given me lots of advice about sort of, you know, how to improve my vlogs, sort of what camera equipment she uses, what editing software she uses, and she's just been really friendly, and generally, you know, we sew the same things, we like the same sort of patterns and fabrics, and one day she contacted me and she said, could she possibly mention my channel on her channel? And I said, of course, thank you so much, that is so lovely. So last Friday on her Friday Sews vlog, she did a huge shout out for me, and as a result lots of people have been coming to my channel to watch and to subscribe. So to Adele, thank you so much. For those of you that don't know Adele, I will link her details below, but Adele is also a fairly new vlogger. I believe she only started at the beginning of December last year, and she only started sewing I think 6 months prior to that, but since then her channel has grown exponentially. She's got about 1,000+ subscribers, a huge following on Instagram. She does beautiful makes, lovely fabric hauls, pattern hauls, label hauls on her channel. She also subscribes to the So Hayley Jane luxury box, so if that's something that interests you or that you want to have a look at, please do go to her channel and like and subscribe her channel as well. Also, for those of you that have asked, or those of you that have wondered, it is true, my husband and I do have 8 wonderful children together. We have 4 girls and 4 boys, the eldest being 14 years old and the youngest having just turned 10 months. And they are, without a shadow of a doubt, by far my greatest accomplishment in life. So my sewing plans for March, it's quite busy March. There are quite a few sewing challenges going on at the moment, and the first one of which is the hashtag SewFrugal22 challenge. I will talk more about this. I am going to do a separate vlog on this because I am one of the vloggers for this challenge that will provide you with inspirational ideas of how to go about creating your garment for this challenge. My slot for this vlog is on the 20th of March, so please do watch out for that. There are over 70 of us vloggers that are doing these inspirational vlogs. I believe it started at the middle of February, sorry. And the last one I believe is just towards the end of March, with the reveal date for the garment being the 31st of March. On top of being a vlogger for this challenge, I'm also participating in it, so I will be entering a garment or garments, but unfortunately I can't share that with you today because it would ruin the reveal on the 31st of March, but please do watch out for that on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel. Thank you. The second challenge that's going on at the moment is the Sew Yellow for Endo, which is organized by Jess from So What If I Sew, and it's basically a challenge to create awareness for the condition endometriosis. And for those of you that don't know, endometriosis is a gynecological condition where the lining of your womb grows anywhere but your womb, so outside your womb, and that causes a lot of pain and discomfort and so many other symptoms to women, and I believe over 1 in 10 women suffer from this, and most women aren't diagnosed early enough. It takes up to 8 years for an average woman to be diagnosed with endometriosis, and so therefore they've lived for this long through, you know, without treatment and without medication, and so it's a cause that is close to Jess's heart because she suffers from the condition as well. So basically the Sew Yellow for Endo challenge is make a garment in yellow, in a yellow fabric. It can be parts yellow, full yellow, and also the yellow spectrum. It's the full yellow spectrum, so you can go for yellows, all the shades of yellows, ochres, mustards, golds, that sort of thing. And there's quite a few other parts to the challenge. I think the first week of March is raising awareness for endometriosis. The second week of March will be a destash, if you want to destash some of your fabric, and the profits of which can be donated to their GoFundMe page. I believe it's GoFundMe page. And then I think at the end, the 26th of March, you will post your yellow garments on, under the hashtag. And there are some amazing prizes donated by some amazing sponsors. So that's something, that's a nice challenge to join if you can. The third sewing challenge that's currently going on at the moment is the hashtag Sew Recreate the Look 22. This is hosted by Jen Leg Tees Creatives, and essentially the premise of the challenge is to find a garment of clothing either from a movie or from a high-end magazine or from the high street, anywhere online or in a magazine. Take that photo as your inspiration and basically recreate it. Now, there are kind of different ways to do that. You can either recreate it but put your own twist on it. So for example, you can recreate the actual garment but choose a different fabric, or you can recreate it completely, so try to copy it as much as possible. And this is a lovely challenge again, because these sorts of things, I think most sewists, well, I do anyway, when I see something on the high street or see something in a magazine, I think, oh, can I find a pattern whereby I could recreate that dress myself? So with Sew Recreate the Look, the first week is about posting your inspiration under the hashtag. The second week you need to post your fabric and your pattern. The third week, I believe, is posting a work in progress photo or photos. And the fourth week is the reveal date. I believe it's the 26th of March as well for the reveal date for that. So now, the garment that I have chosen to recreate is this Bowden dress, which I'll pop up a picture. It's the Ava tiered maxi dress from Bowden. I think it's out of stock at the moment, but it did retail at £140. And I am going to recreate that dress, and lo and behold, it's the perfect pattern to recreate. That is the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra dress, which I'll pop up here. And the fabric I have chosen is a beautiful Nerida Hansen print, which I have purchased from Sew Me Sunshine, and it looks uncannily very similar to the Bowden fabric, and so this is the fabric that I'm going to use. I'll pop up a picture. It hasn't yet arrived, it's still in the post. I was going to use another fabric instead of the Nerida Hansen fabric, which I have just purchased. I was going to use the Lady McElroy Blush Blooms, which again would work quite nicely. It's very similar to the pattern, to the pattern on the fabric that the Bowden dress is made out of. But I did just see that Nerida Hansen fabric, and I thought that was almost a real match. And also Sew Me Sunshine were doing a 10% off all of their everything in their shop, so I thought that's sort of the best time to buy a designer fabric from Sew Me Sunshine, so I went ahead and I bought the Nerida Hansen fabric instead. So that's all of the challenges that I'm participating in at the moment, but there's also another make that I want to get done this month, and it's basically a coat which is part of my make 9. It's the burda 6378, which I've mentioned before. I am doing this version here, so it's basically a wrap coat, a wide lapel, a belt, and some patch pockets. I'll just show you the line drawings there. It is meant to have a seam here, but I'm going to omit that seam, get rid of the seam allowance, and just cut the pieces out as a whole. And I have shown you this fabric before, so I'm planning to line it with this Peter Horton Pima Cotton Lawn from Fabwork Mills. And the main fabric is this beautiful ex Ted Baker purpley lilac herringbone 100% wool, which was a dead stock from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn. And what I've done today, or yesterday actually, if I just show you those together there, I just think it's a beautiful combination and I can't wait to get started. But what I've done actually is I have pre-washed these. So I've pre-washed the cotton lawn, and with regards to the wool, I was quite scared because I've never worked with 100% wool before, and I just didn't know how to pre-treat it. Now there's lots of ideas, you know, some people have said you can take it to your dry cleaners and have them shrink it for you. Some people have said sort of lay it out on a flat surface and put sort of damp towels and steam it, but I did speak to sorry, I forget her name, Whitney from Tomcat Stitchery. I'll pop her details below. She's a veteran vlogger. She has like 24,000 subscribers. I did chat to her on Instagram because I know from watching her previous vlogs, one of the most favorite things she likes to make are coats. So I thought she would be the best person to ask about how to pre-treat wool. And basically what she said to me is to pop the wool in the dryer with a wet towel. And so what I did, obviously I popped it in the dryer and I used a big bath sheet and I soaked the bath sheet. So it wasn't just damp, it was soaked with water, and I just squeezed out the excess water and I put it in the dryer for I think about an hour until the towel was dry. And then I took out the fabric and that's pre-treated. So what I thought would be interesting was if I was to measure the fabric before pre-treatment and measure it afterwards, just to see if it really does shrink and by how much. So with regards to the wool, I didn't measure the cotton lawn, I just did the wool. When I bought the fabric, the width was 150 centimeters. And the length was 420 centimeters. I only ordered 4 meters from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn, but they must have given me 20 centimeters extra. Maybe it was the end of bolt, maybe they were just being generous, but it was 420 centimeters length. And after the pre-treatment, when I took the fabric out, I measured it again. And it's funny because the width actually increased by 7 centimeters. So originally it was 150 centimeters. It's now 157 centimeters, which is odd. And the length did shrink. So from 420 centimeters, it shrank to 412 centimeters. So that's a good 8 centimeters, which is, I mean, I'm sure you all know. So it's a good 8 centimeters times 157 that way. So there you go. I'm not sure why the width has increased. I did measure both the length and the width twice. Maybe I should have measured a third time just to ease my mind as to why that's happened. But there you go. So yes, I am planning to make that coat. I'm also, because the fabric is really precious, I haven't cut into this yet, I'm planning to do a toile, and I am going to use just this linen look sort of fabric that I bought inexpensively, 3 for £10 I believe, Colville Fabrics from Facebook. And I'm planning to do a toile in this first before I then go on to cutting my my precious fabric for that coat. And last but not least, I am planning to make a couple more Billie Sweatshirts, Tilly in the Buttons Billie Sweatshirts. And I have just actually been busy, I'll just show you, pre-washing all of this fabric here. So you have seen this before. I am planning to make 2 more Billie Sweatshirts out of this leopard print fabric and also this floral fabric here. So that's going to keep me busy, I think, for the month of March. Hopefully I get it all done. And then the last thing I wanted to say is that I have purchased a couple of patterns, 4 to be exact, and they're all on my Make 9 list. So first of all, Friday Pattern Company patina blouse. This has been very popular on Instagram. So I purchased that one. This is all from the Fold line as well. So I've purchased the PDF patterns with the A0 printing as well, and they send that all to you, which is great. The Page hoodie by Chalk and Notch, and that's a Make 9 make for my daughter. And also the By Hand London Sarah shirt dress, which is again one of my Make 9s. And the last one is the True Bias Shelby. I don't believe this is actually one of my Make 9s, but I wanted to make that at some point, and I thought since I was ordering from the fold line that I would do that at the same time. And just to say, I'm actually wearing my So Over It Georgie dress today in a lovely Pontoroma from Colville Fabrics. So it's just a wrap over bodice there, long sleeves, which I tend to pull up anyway, and then sort of a 3/4 length, a 3/4 circle skirt. There you go. And last but not least, since I have been talking a lot about sewing challenges in this vlog, I would just like to say that Adele and myself, a Sew for Serenity, have started a new Instagram challenge, and it's called Selfless Sew April 22. And the premise of this challenge is to sew garments for your family or your friends or a charity or your pets. So basically a selfless sew. We are hoping to dedicate the month of April to sewing for everybody else but yourself. And we have amassed quite a lot of sponsors to date, over 40 wonderful sponsors that have offered some lovely generous prizes. So the garment needs to be made in the month of April, and it needs to be posted on the hashtag on the 30th of April, and we will then pick or choose winners from all of those entries. And there are lots of amazing prizes up for grabs. If you do have a look at my Instagram page, at my social thread, or Adele's Instagram page, Sew for Serenity, you will find the announcement there with more details. It is open to sewists worldwide, and multiple entries are allowed. Also, the announcement, if you see at the bottom, you can see all of the sponsors that are tagged, and we have some amazing big names in there. We've got Jenny Stitches, Lush Cloth, Minerva.com, we've got Sew Over It, Sew Hailey Jane, Ellie and Mac Patterns, Waves and Wild, So Essential, and so many other very generous sponsors. Thank you to all our sponsors. Also, thank you to everybody that has embraced the challenge so far, that have given words of enthusiasm about wanting to join this challenge, and we are hoping that this is a challenge that the whole sewing community can embrace and will embrace year after year. So that's sort of big news. So watch this space for further details on that challenge. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that was interesting for you. Going forward, I will be starting to vlog weekly from now on, hashtag Friday Sew. So every Friday, hopefully, you will be seeing a vlog from myself, and that will be updating you on what I've done for the week in terms of sewing. It will be updating you on how my March makes are going, and where I do purchase patterns or fabrics or notions, then I will obviously insert that there as well. Also, please do look out for my Sew Frugal 22 vlog, which will be released on the 20th of March. And in the meantime, thank you again to all my subscribers. Thank you to everybody that comments below. I do try and reply as soon as I can. If anybody does want to contact me for a chat or for anything else, please do comment below or contact me via Instagram at my social thread. Adele from Sew for Serenity has asked her viewers to do the same, and to be honest, that was the reason why I contacted her on Instagram, because she seemed like she really wanted to speak to her viewers, and as a result of that, I have gained a new sewing buddy, which is really nice. So thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.